Hello, beautiful traveler. Welcome back to the Space Age. If this is your first time here on my channel, welcome. In today's video, we're going to be doing a video topic that I think is really significant for a lot of people who tend to gravitate toward these videos, looking at angel numbers or number sequences like 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, and so on. Today's video, I want to touch on those numbers and explain to you in this reading, based on whatever you chose, why you're seeing those specific numbers. So some of you might be seeing one number right now, and this number can shift from time to time. So sometimes you might be seeing 111 a lot, and then suddenly you're just seeing like 222, 1222, or something, and you're just wondering like why suddenly some other number has come into your consciousness. And today's video we're going to be looking at that, and also I am going to be making a video in tandem to this, and I will probably be releasing it the same exact day, like maybe beforehand, because I also find that angel numbers are significant in a way that is just not commonplace to talk about, and it's something that really came to me as a download. So I'm just going to be talking about the colloquial meaning. So if you guys are interested in understanding more deeply as to what angel numbers are or number sequences are, I would check out that video, because it's so different from all of this too, and I think it would also be beneficial to you guys that are clicking on this video and interested in that kind of information. Also, what else did I want to say before we get into this? Yeah, the angel numbers that you're seeing, they might have a specific meaning that you will see. Like, let's say you type in 777 or 999, and you're wondering what this means, and you're looking on Google. Sometimes the meaning of a number might be specific to you, and there's a certain meaning that you can get based on what you've been thinking around that time. There might be a certain feeling that you get, and you might need confirmation, and this reading will give you that, and maybe Google won't, but it usually is helpful. Also, those numbers that you're seeing, sometimes you can also program those numbers with a meaning that you would like it to represent, so that you get certain information or confirmation at times. Let's say you're manifesting a certain thing and you need to know that it's working, so you're going to say like, okay, if I see this number, I'm going to program it with just my thought and say, okay, like this number represents that. So yeah, let's get into the reading. So we have 5 piles here today. I'm going to keep it short and sweet for the pile. I know I had a pretty long intro, but we're going to keep it short and sweet for the pile, because these numbers shouldn't really take up a whole lot of time when you see them. They should just be like quick little messages, usually, not all the time, but we'll try to keep it short. So for pile 1, this is pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pile 1, we have the red jasper. Pile 2, we have like this purplish stone that I found in my front yard. It's like glittery. There's like a band of like iron, I think. It's kind of purplish. It might have some amethyst in there. Then we have tiger's eye. We have opalite. And lastly, we have apricot agate. Although someone in the comments once told me that this might have been something else, so I'm not sure, but I think it's apricot agate. But if you know what it is, definitely write it down in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys in your reading. Hi group 1, you guys chose pile 1 with the red jasper. Let's get behind the meaning of your number sequence that you're thinking of. So I was about to shuffle these 3 cards. Maybe I should. I just felt like naturally drawn to doing that. Maybe whatever comes out first is most significant here. So we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the message is clear for me. It popped out immediately. When you're seeing whatever number sequence you're seeing, this is telling you that you need to take a step back, relax, and enjoy life. This is very clear here with the Nine of Pentacles. These, the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles being reversed, I think there's a reason why I was told to shuffle this, because it's almost like this is straddling this energy here. And the Queen of Pentacles is really about enjoying your life, enjoying what you've worked for, what you've accomplished. And for some of you, it might not feel like much, but remember that you are always in a state of abundance if you allow that to happen. It doesn't matter if you have a whole lot right now, because it's really in your mind, you know? This is what this is trying to tell you. Your mind is so powerful that you can have joy even if things feel like they're falling apart. This is what it's saying right here, this number sequence. So you might have a lot of things going for you, right? You might not have a lot of things going for you in like the physical world, because the Pentacles deals with the physical world. And you might feel as though things are really tough for you, or you might be perceiving that and you're not really counting all of your blessings here and seeing how beautiful and luxurious and abundant your life really is. You know, it's interesting because this plant right here, I think it's like a monstera. I just bought one yesterday. So this is actually kind of giving me that the coincidence of that is kind of telling me that some of you guys really might benefit from buying some plants, okay, and putting them in your environment, because plants really calm down. And I actually noticed this. If I were to talk to somebody, for example, my boyfriend, if I were to talk to him about certain things that I talk about, like he's just not able to handle it, because like I'm over here talking about like occult knowledge, esoterica, and like I love talking about like manifestation and all this kind of stuff. And he's just like, for him, like manifestation is scary. He's like, you're telling me that my mind can create my reality? And I'm like, no, but he doesn't really like. So if I talk to him about something like that, like, and we're just on a walk in the neighborhood or something, then he's just like, I don't want to talk about this, or he'll change the subject because it'll just be like weird. And then someone else will say it in like a more normal type of way and it'll be fine. But I've noticed if I go out in nature, like when we go for like hikes and stuff, we'll be talking about this stuff and he won't even, it's like weird. It's, I noticed that there was like something different, like just being around trees is like, he doesn't even bat an eyelash. He's just like calm. And that's like the power of like plants have. They have like a very strong vibe that just sinks in with you. And so for those of you that struggle to feel calm, I'm getting the strong message here that plants might be really helpful for some of you guys. And if you feel like, if plants just don't vibe with you, or maybe you're allergic to, I can't imagine you'd be allergic to all plants, but it's possible. I don't want to exclude anyone. Or if something, you know, try like maybe getting out into nature, doing things, or being around a pet also could be helpful. But getting in touch with nature here is another calling of this number, because nature is calming and it allows you to see perspective. So yeah, if you live like in a city or something and it's hard for you to get to like somewhere that has like a lot of nature stuff going on, that could be really helpful. This Three of Cups reversed is showing me that like you guys aren't feeling super in harmony with yourselves, or like with your emotional life. And that's what's showing me like this sense of disruption. And so you're kind of being called and reminded that things are okay. Focus on what matters to you. Focus on the blessings you have, being thankful. Like if you see that number, maybe just sitting down and being like, wow, I'm so thankful for this. And it's crazy how much just sitting there and being grateful and just saying something like, you don't even have to be super like cognizant, but just sitting down and just allowing yourself a moment to just think about all the things that you've accomplished, even if it doesn't seem like much. The more you focus on that, the more you'll realize that you're actually amazing. You are such an amazing person and you've accomplished a lot. And this Queen of Pentacles here is showing me perhaps you guys aren't mothering yourselves enough. The Queen of Pentacles reverse is really showing me like you guys are like neglecting to like be a parent to yourself that's like encouraging and loving. So this is reminding you to have more positive self-talk. Yeah, especially if you're struggling, okay? So really getting the sense here that it's time for you guys to really take care of yourselves. So let me get some of these other oracle cards. We have Tower, Unplug, and Relax for a spell. Of course. Where did I put these? So Tower, Unplug, and Relax for a spell. I love that because we were just talking about the Nine of Pentacles being up right here. You're being called to appreciate what you have. And if you feel like you're in a state of fight or flight, maybe taking some deep breaths. And especially, I see you guys kind of in manifestation mode, whether you're doing it like consciously or just trying to just keep things oriented in the direction of your goals. I'm seeing you guys being like really goal oriented. Maybe it's a goal to meet someone, like a romantic partner, or a goal to start like a Fortune 500 business. Whatever that is, you're being told that it's already taken care of. This is a message from, it could be 333 here too, with this 3 here. We also have the 3 of Cups, so it could be a 333 for you guys that you guys are talking about. And 333, even if it's not 333, just bringing that message up because it's coming through. 333 is like the Holy Trinity, or like the creation, because we have like the 1 and the 2. 1 is the start, 2 is like the pairing, and then 3 is the actual creation. So with this is telling me like if you guys have been working on something, or you guys have something you're oriented toward, which I think most people tend to be, just know that's already taken care of. Your problems have already been solved, and you are free from thinking about them all the time. So focus on enjoying your life. Don't let things pass you by. This is about being present, maybe doing some yoga, meditation, deep breathing. This is talking about like pranayama, or just like taking a moment for yourself in self-care and doing what you love in the present moment. Don't wait for that future moment to relax. You already have it. The 9 of Pentacles upright is telling me you guys already have something to enjoy. Okay, and your prayers, your mantras, your intentions have been heard. Your thoughts, you know, what you've been putting out there has been heard, and it's being answered. So you don't need to wait around. You don't need to wait for it. Just be present, because the present moment is all you have. Okay, we're always in the present moment. Then we have Escapist, come home to yourself. Oh, okay, I love that. Yeah, so maybe you guys are kind of drifting off. This could be a 555 as well. This breaks down to a 5. So, or it could be a 9 because we have the 9 of Pentacles. You guys might be seeing 9s. This is telling me come home to yourself is really telling me like it's time for you to remember who you are. Like, remember Simba, like remember who you are, and remember that like whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, that isn't what makes you happy. Having people tell you they love you, or having all this like success day after day, that's wonderful. But who makes you happy? You make yourself happy. You feed yourself. You give yourself the love you deserve. You don't need external validation or anything like that. You just need to enjoy what you've got right now. This is telling you to enjoy your life despite the circumstances, okay? You might have, and honestly, you might have excellent circumstances here. That's what I'm seeing with the 9 of Pentacles as well. Some of you guys might have excellent circumstances, but if you feel anxious about where you're going, I can see you guys being like in tech actually, which is interesting. I can see you guys being possibly in tech or going into tech. I can see you guys working like at a startup or something, or corporate. I see some of you guys being really goal-oriented people. Like your dreams are very vast and wide, and you have a lot of goals to set in place. And so you are being asked to just like pace yourself. And by pace yourself, it's like you don't have to wait until you accomplish that very pinnacle goal, until you reach the zenith. Like you don't have to do that. You can just enjoy your life right now. Okay, so we have abundance. Okay, so I just saw 11:11 just now on the timer clock that's filming this video right now. We have abundance, hunter moon. Okay. That 11:11 is like definitely like you being on the right track. So we have abundance, hunter moon. I feel like this is the 9 of Pentacles in this oracle deck. And then we have this woman in nature. She has like a crown of like, it's like a wreath of like mushrooms and plants, all the like the creatures around her. She's like Snow White but with red hair. And she's experiencing the harvest. You guys could be Virgos or stepping into that energy, or being asked to embody that energy. Because although you guys might be embodying that energy right now, because Virgos tend to be like the perfectionists, that's like the most generic way of putting it. But there's also that slowed down pace of just enjoying the earth and the timing that it takes. There's this phrase, nature does not rush, yet it gets everything accomplished. So yeah, getting around nature or embodying the feeling of nature. Okay, and then we have beauty. Yeah, taking the time to smell the roses. Yeah, taking the time to smell the roses. And self-love again coming through. Appreciating yourself, being present with yourself, giving yourself that time together. Oh, and it's funny. Remember when I said I saw 11:11 and I pulled out this card? This is 38 and it breaks down to an 11. So you guys might be seeing that a lot as well. So let's read this last postcard from your spirit guides. This is a postcard from Spirit. There is, oh my gosh. Do you see that? That's a peacock again. The nine of Pentacles here is a peacock. Okay, so I strongly urge you guys to look up peacocks and peacock symbology and what that means. I'm sure it represents like abundance and luxury. I have no doubt that'll pop up. But yeah, look at this, the peacock. So this could be a peacock spirit guide for some of you guys. That's too, like, I don't see peacocks everywhere, especially in decks, and so yeah, I'm a little bit like shocked. Your divine beauty. Okay, we have beauty popping up again. Okay, so appreciating yourself. Take the time to, like, you know, do some self-care, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna read this for you guys. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on Earth, however, clarity in your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you're facing a situation in which you are being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn how to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much. Okay, so guys, what I'm seeing with this postcard from Spirit, I mean, it says it pretty plainly. There's an entire letter there, but I really felt like this last paragraph here was really telling. If you, like, maybe some of you guys, and I do get that sense with the 9 of Pentacles, like this peacock actually does seem pretty proud. And like for some reason, like you're being urged to enjoy your life and you're kind of just not taking care of yourself as much as you could be. not taking care of your emotional state, and that you're being urged to relax and stuff and experience the abundance that you have. I get a sense here that some of you guys might not admit that you need like whatever it is that you want. Maybe you want love, but you're like too proud to admit it, or maybe not even too proud, just like maybe you don't think you deserve as much as you think you do. But this is telling you that you're very deserving. And again, like one of the things I said earlier is like, you know, once you've declared something and put it out there, this is what you want, understand that that need has already been met by something out there. There's already been a course of events coming. So you allowing it is what's going to bring it to you, right? And so when you're seeing this, I know I said this whole thing would be brief, but like I do sense a lot coming through here just to give you a full picture. Your guides are telling you, or when you see the sign, whether it's your unconscious mind, your angels, whoever you attribute this to, God, universe, okay? What's going on here is that you guys are being told, like, it's okay to relax. You don't have to keep focusing on this every single time. We already know. We're already putting it in motion. Don't create this resistance, this feeling that you're pushing it away because you're anxious that if it's going to happen, or it's like they want you to enjoy the road that's going on. So instead of just constantly being in a state of waiting for it to happen, enjoying your present moment is really important, because as you're waiting for it to happen, you keep experiencing it not happening for you. And so you're not taking as much time to smell the roses, go out in nature, feel present, and enjoy life, because it might already be happening to you. Okay, that's what I have for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group 2. So you guys chose this pile with this stone that came from my front yard. You must have been drawn to its beautiful purple essence. All right, let's begin. Where did I put okay, put the other stone here, and I'll put it with that. All right, so, let's see what you guys got. We have the High Priestess. Okay, right away, like, trust your intuition about it. So this is saying you already know what it means. Maybe you've assigned a meaning to it, or you have a feeling. Maybe you've had a feeling like, is that what it means? Like maybe it's like a curious feeling where you're not exactly sure, or you're not quite putting your finger on it, or maybe it feels like a lot of different things, and it's saying that whatever it is that you're feeling that's what it is. 9 of Cups, beautiful. Wow, it's an emotional embrace for you guys, actually. This is like the universe giving you a hug and saying, yes, yes. It's an affirmation for sure. It's a confirmation. And then we have the 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, releasing yourself from doubt. Okay, so, very clearly, I love how this is in the middle. This is showing me that you guys are like coming into this like love energy where all is love, you are love, and you're being reminded of that. You're being told like you are loved, and because you are loved, do not worry about anything. You are going to be attracting it. Like you're in the center here, and all these like cups are like coming at you. All these glasses are coming at you, and also they're coming out of you. So I'm seeing that you guys are very radiant people, and this is actually like a representation of your magnetism in the world. What you attract and what you put out there is reciprocal. There's an even exchange of like what you're putting out there, what you're putting out into the world is coming back to you in such a magnanimous, glorious, beautiful way, full of love. And I see with this 8 of Swords that you've sort of come to the realization that you're in control here. And this is like, this number sequence that you're experiencing is actually telling you like, hey, like, little reminder here, you're in control of all of this. When you had that weird interaction with the mailman and he put your mail in the wrong box, it all happened because there was something going on with you where you were like maybe thinking about that, and that's just how it wasn't to actually like, it wasn't a punishment or anything, it was just to remind you of how powerful you are. And it was just, a little play. There's sometimes, I feel like sometimes we manifest like little weird things just to do it, just to show how well we know our power. Interestingly, this is a great example. Yesterday I was at like a drugstore, and I was in the hair clip section. I use those little mini hair clips for my hair, and I have like 2 left, and I use them every single day. And I've been just like, I was using the power of visualization, I should say. And I was in the store, and I'm like, should I grab clips? Maybe I'll just buy some like online or something, because I don't want to buy them right now. And literally that night, I was like, that exact night yesterday, I took out my clip for my hair and it snapped in half. And I'm like, are you serious? And what's weird is like, I had like this premonition of like it happening in the store. I'm like, yeah, it's like, I should probably buy it now, because what if it breaks soon? And I was just like, I kind of visualized it happening. I'm like, nah, it's fine. But then part of me was like, maybe that could happen. Like, I bet that would happen a little bit. And it happened. So it's kind of like those little things that you do to exercise your power. Like, you wouldn't do it on a major scale and cause yourself actual harm, but it's like, you know how powerful you are. And so you do these little things sometimes. Maybe you don't. Maybe that's just me, and I'm just like, giving you an example so you can understand what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying to say is, this high priestess here is a very powerful symbol and card, because this is someone who knows all. She's got her third eye open. She's perfectly aware. She can balance this wavy little thing here and that round ball there. And she's got it. She knows exactly how to make it happen. And so what this is trying to say is like, the love is inside of you and it's also outside of you. So remembering that your self-concept, your self-understanding, your self-belief is so powerful, and you know this. You're aware of this. And if you were having like this in-between moment where you weren't sure and you just needed confirmation that you're all powerful and you create such beautiful things in your life, and I see that what you create is absolutely gorgeous. I love this card, like amazing. This is you. I feel like this represents you fully in your fullest. And you are love. And so you're just going to be experiencing that. So when you see this number, maybe saying an affirmation to yourself or just feeling a feeling that makes you feel good, it's a reminder to just get back into that state that you want. And remembering that you have absolute control. There is no thing that's controlling you, like this 8 of Swords upright would imply. There's nothing that's controlling you. Sometimes there's just like, it's like you're experiencing life and you're testing things out. I would say like you're almost like on a test drive with life right now. And so this is trying to remind you like, yes, you can do this. Don't forget it. Like, the details of your life are just absolutely perfect, and they represent the beauty within you. Okay? So I hope that reference earlier was clear, but we'll get some more clarification with these oracle cards. So we have every hurricane comes to an end. And then we have the 44 up here. So some of you guys might be seeing 444. Yeah, you guys might be seeing 444. You guys might be seeing 2, 9, or 8, but maybe 444. Every hurricane comes to an end. Okay? So this girl is running away with her crown on. She's like, yep, I'm gonna get out of town. Like, I'm done with this place. So this is actually showing me that some of you guys might be ending a chapter in your lives, a major chapter, maybe even a book. Maybe you guys are escaping or leaving, really, a situation or a mindset that doesn't serve you. I'm actually seeing that you guys are changing mindsets here, and that's why you're being reminded of who you are. It's like, remember, this is like a reminder, like, okay, you set your intention that you want to be here mentally, and therefore we're going to keep you on track. This is like either your consciousness, angels, spirit guides, whatever you attribute it to, keeping you on track and letting you know that you're fine, you're in the next chapter, you're in the next phase. Like, you're not going to slip back, but just in case you feel like you are being drawn back a little bit, just remember that you're not. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Exactly. I love that. This is actually amazing. And then this 38 breaks down to an 11. So some of you guys might be seeing 1111. You can always rewrite the story is really giving me the sense that you're definitely being reminded that you're in a new chapter. You've decided to change a new phase. You know now that you're not trapped by those old beliefs or thoughts, and you're starting to create a new reality for yourself, a new life for yourself. And so whenever you see these numbers, it's a reminder that you are breaking the cycle. You're out of that cycle. Okay? And we have pleasure. And then we have faith. Okay. So some of you guys, I do see some of you guys are creating a new life for yourselves. You guys are creating new life. And I'm seeing that with this earth pregnant belly here, that you guys are starting to create life for yourself, a new life. So this could be in a little literal fashion. You guys might be creating new life. Or it can mean that you guys are creating, if that's what you guys want, by the way, or you guys could be creating a new mindset. I do see a new mindset coming in, and where you're really relying on your own strength, your own intuition and understanding of the world. You're not really looking for outside approval. You might not even be watching like videos or reading books or talking to people and getting outside opinions about what you're doing anymore, because you understand how in control you are. So whenever you see this number sequence or number sequences, you're just being reminded, hey, who is in control of this story? And so having faith that it's already done is another thing. So, and pleasure is showing me like enjoying your life. And this could also mean that you guys might be attracting a lot of people right now as well. It's a side message because the 9 of Cups here is like super radiant with that message of like love. There's something about this whole sequence that really denotes love, and that could be something that is just known to you guys because the High Priestess came through as your major arcana card. So I might be saying things that are on point too, but also keep in mind that there is something, an inner knowing that you have for you here that's saying, okay, you know that thing that you've been wondering if this is what it means? Yeah, that's what it means. So that's personal to you and every person that's watching this, okay? All right, so let's read your postcard from Spirit. We have a little hummingbird here with love. That might mean something to you guys. I love how you guys' postcard is like pink. It's just so you guys right now. Okay. Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days, giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service of the highest good can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no more water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You don't have to explain. Just say no, gently but firmly. Then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center. Replenished and ready for more adventure. Sorry about that. Okay, so something that really popped up for me here, you guys can feel free to take in that whole message. I just really got the sense here from this line, make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. Okay, I love that because the sense that I get from this pile is that, like I said before, you don't need to have any more outside like information at this point. Like you can take it, but it's like honestly like you guys are just in this zone where it's like you guys can start making rules now. You guys can start creating your own techniques or your own ways of working through life or thinking or your own ritual. You guys can just be led by your own intuition. and your own heart. And we also heard this message about you guys having sharing your energy so beautifully in service of the highest good, and it can leave you feeling depleted. So yes, if you guys do feel like you're just more so shooting out this love and not receiving as much of it, remember to enjoy yourself. Remember to give back to yourself, and that's not how it should be. Just remember that it's you guys are in control here. So this is really telling you that you control this narrative, and you kind of just you're going to be fine if you just listen to your own intuition. Maybe right now isn't as much a learning time as it is a creating time for you. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group 3. You guys chose this pile with the tiger's eye. Okay. Let's begin your reading and see what these sequential number sequences are telling you. We have the Princess of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Two of Cups. So I heard promise of money is on the way, by the way. Then we have the Two of Cups. Okay. So you guys are becoming divinely intertwined with something that is really a match for you. This could be a person. You guys could be, if you guys are attracting a lover or a soulmate, this is a card that denotes that is going to happen for you, that you guys are going to be meeting a soulmate or someone that's divinely made for you or matching to you. We have the King of Swords. Okay, so I'm seeing that you guys are being handed a gift in the in the physical world. So that could be something, so this is like a physical manifestation that is occurring. It could be occurring right now, or it's letting you know that you have been working on something and it's going to come into your life. So you guys could be meeting a King of Swords. I'm getting a real romantic message. So I'll try to bring in like more non-romantic message, but if you guys are feeling like a romantic thing, this is a really great confirmation of that. And if you guys are feeling you guys can, if you felt like another pile was calling to you, but we'll try to cover everything. So with the Princess of Pentacles, I'm seeing something is being brought to the physical world. It might be it's the Pentacles, so I'm seeing a little bit a little slow on the inception of it, or the bringing of it. The momentum might be just at a slow roll right now, but I'm seeing almost like an exponential growth curve, where it's here and then it just shoots up eventually, and it just keeps going higher and higher as exponential growth does. And I do get a sense that for some of you guys have been manifesting love, and so this number that you're seeing is saying it's coming to this earthly plane, the material world. It's spawned as a princess, it'll turn into a queen and then a king, but this is coming, and this is your divine love partner, and this person that you're attracting is the person that you've always dreamed of, that you've had in your thoughts, because the King of Swords is talking about the thoughts you're having, the ideas that you're having. So this is the person of your dreams. It could be the man or woman or person, it can be non-gender, binary, whoever you're attracting. This is the type of person that you've written down, and you've written down every detail of what you want them to be, whether you want them to be blonde, have, purple eyes, dragon skin, just normal stuff. But anyway, very down to the detail. This is what this is saying for you guys. This is going to be very down to the detail as to what you like. So yeah, I do get a sense that this is romantic, but if it is not romantic, this is also representative of a divine partnership. This could be a partner in a company. This could also be the partner that is coming could also be something that is not a person. This could be a partner with a company, or meeting that dream that you've been wanting for a long time. Maybe you've wanted to become a a ballerina, like at a company. And then so you are like contracted with your dream company, and it's down to the detail, like the contract that you're signing up, and this can be applied to any case, the contract that you're signing up is literally down to the detail being made for you. So it seems like it might be a little slow at first, but it's already happening. That's what you need to know, that it's already taking place. It might not be that like slow, by the way, because I'm seeing that she just needs to drop this ball to get it rolling. She's about to drop the ball. This is like actually like a bowling ball in her hand. She just might need to just start swinging it. So this actually might just be putting your force in there. So every time you see this number, this is a reminder too, that you should just start affirming whatever it is that you want, or just having that feeling, or just say like, yeah, I'm excited that this is happening, or like just acknowledging like that this is what's going on for you. So something that you want is being brought to you down to the very detail, completely. The King of Swords is like playing no games. He's completed the whole swords game. So he's, matured his power. He's gotten it down. So whatever it is that you want, just know that it's coming to you exactly as you want it to come. And let's look at your oracle cards. So first we have nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Okay. So we have the 33. So you guys this is a master number. So some of you guys might be seeing that number. So this is telling me with this card that, try not to think about the dark thoughts or things that make you feel sad at this time. Just focus. You're being asked to be present and just be like, okay, like this is what's happening right here in the physical world, here and now. Like, let's focus on the here and now. Let's focus on what's in front of me, right? Because this girl is not paying attention as this other girl is talking. She's thinking about mermaids in space, and oh my god, this sounds like me. She's thinking about like some fantasy world in her head while someone else is talking. Let's not do that, okay? I know, it's fun to be in the space age, but sometimes you got to bring it back down to earth. So being present is also, it's a reminder to be present. And then we have, I feel like everyone's reminder is always to be present, because I think we live in like who do you know that is like present? I like know one person that just seems kind of present, including myself now, because I've been working on it. But like, it's really a practice. There's this cup that I got for someone. It was a gift, and I got it like at some theme park, and it said, relaxation is an art. Practice, practice, practice. Like, it takes practice to take a break. It takes practice to relax. It takes practice to just be present and joyful. So remember, it's a practice. It's not something that's wrong with you. It's just like we live in this world. It's like always rushing and taking us out of it. I am always enough. I'm seeing that in there. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your worth. Okay. So this is the lighthouse. So I'm seeing that there's like a beacon of hope here. There's a beacon of hope, and that's just telling you like there's something on the horizon. We even see like a horizon here. There is something on the horizon. The sun is like rising for you right now. Okay, so don't doubt that it's coming. So if you've been working on something, if you want something, don't doubt that it's coming. If you want that partner, if you want to meet the one for you, if you want to start the business, if you want to get signed to that ballerina company, that ballet company, it's coming for you. So don't doubt it. Just be present and say, thank you. I'm glad it's coming. I put it out there and I'm so glad that it's coming. Then we have self-love. Okay, so don't doubt your worth. That ties in here. We have the 6, which is a Venus. So remembering to be present and loving to yourself. Yeah, that's really all we need. And it's your vehicle, so just work on it. This is your, spirit vehicle. So being appreciative is great. And then gratitude, showing appreciation. Okay, so whenever you see this number, it's like, okay, remember to drop down into gratitude and just feel it. You guys could be seeing like a 6, because I do see some 6 popping up, but remembering to just drop down into feeling that grateful, or drop up or fly up into that gratitude where you just feel like everything is possible and you're just so thankful for having like all those things that were impossible before, you accomplished them. There are a lot of things that you've accomplished. Maybe it was just buying that thing that you wanted, that skirt. That's an accomplishment, you know? So remembering that here and now is always enough. Here and now is always enough. You're only ever going to be in the here and now. And when you experience gratitude, something that I've realized lately that might help for you guys understand this is a lot of times you'll hear people that are really successful talking, and one of the things you'll hear is like, I don't know if it's like annoying for some people, but for me, I'm like, that's interesting. They'll say like, yeah, like once I achieved that like milestone, like it was like, oh, cool, you know, it was cool. Like, nothing really, you know, I kind of felt like happy, but like it didn't really last very long. It was like 10 minutes and then I was like on to the next thing. And I'm like, yeah, you know what that comes from? That comes from a life spent working on stuff, not being present and not being grateful. Because I honestly, like when you're practicing gratitude all the time, like I honestly cannot even imagine like reaching one of the most major milestones and not being appreciative. Of course, things become normalized. Like I've achieved some incredible milestones, but like, you know, I didn't like just disappear. Like I was like, okay, like, yeah, that's cool. Like, you know, like, no, I was like present in that gratitude for a while and still am, because I can just drop down and be like, yeah, I'm so grateful I accomplished that. That's amazing. So remember to practice gratitude, because you don't want to end up being that person that makes it to the top of whatever they're doing, or even just like a major milestone. And they're like, oh yeah, it was, you know, I was like happy for 10 minutes. And then I felt like that emptiness again, like where I needed to make the next milestone. And I feel like that's great that people, you know, continue to have that drive. I think that's probably why we have like that normalization of things. But it's important to remind yourself that you can be grateful at every moment, because gratitude makes you feel happier. It makes you feel so good. Like, just try it. Like, you're probably already doing that, but that's just a reminder there. Okay, then we have this postcard from Spirit. Love your dreams. I'm going to read it for you guys. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know you, the real you. Not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and to us. There is amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empower. Am I reading this correctly? I'm not. I'm so sorry, guys. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empower. No, I'm pretty sure this is a typo. What? That keep you from... I'm sorry. I'm just going to continue. Yeah, there's like a word missing. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You'll be so glad you did. I hope that was coherent. Anyway, I do get like the sense that we're being brought back to that romance. So I guess a lot of you in this group, maybe not all of you, but I'm sensing a lot of you might be looking for your Prince Charming or your Princess Charming, you know, like you guys might be looking for someone. And yeah, I would see like letting go is a really big thing here. Yeah, there's amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself. Yeah, I was just talking about like how, like yesterday, about how like people, like when they let things go, suddenly they get things. And it's really because they just like allowed it to happen. So that means just being comfortable with yourself here. And self-love is coming through. Like being comfortable with who you are always is going to be important, because if you're present, then you can actually take the time to say like, okay, Like, why am I like searching for this thing for so long and trying to make this happen myself, as if I'm trying to muscle it myself, as if I could just, physically just reach my hands into the fabric of the universe and just pull someone here in this very second, when I could just be enjoying my life instead of just spending time in my mind, wondering when that person is going to arrive or when that thing is going to arrive. So I do get the sense, again, that it's like really about you guys being present and understanding that it's already on its way. Just remember, it's already on its way. And like these 3 cards that you guys had were so beautiful, because what a perfect story that you guys had here. Like, this is a perfect story of like, a person, they start their journey, they're about to just like, there's something on the horizon, they're about to roll the ball, and then like they mingle and they meet this person that they have this beautiful connection with, and that person ends up being their ideal, and that can be literally anything. So this is just a reminder that everything is on its way, and just remember to be present and enjoy what you have now, so you can enjoy your life. You don't want your whole life to go by and then it was just a series of moments of you not being present and then struggling and then achieving, Like, a lot of people live their lives that way, where it's like they're not even present in the moment. They go on and they're just focusing on their goals or trying to get someone or trying to do something. And that's the daily life. Okay, how do I get this? How do I get this? How do I get this? And they go like, they can literally go on their entire lives. And then they finally get it painstakingly. And then it's the next thing. So that's just a reminder there. Anyway, that was it for you guys, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, those of you that chose the Opalite, group number 4, let's begin your reading. Ooh. Okay, so starting off, we have the 9 of Wands. We have Judgment. Okay, so you guys have felt like you've had to overcome a lot, but if you've had to overcome a lot, just know the major event here with this major arcana card is that you are being seen. 6 of Swords reversed. Okay, so you guys might have been like swimming in a sea of doubt, where you're like, okay, I've been knocking all these wands down, these doubts or these naysayers down one by one, and I'm wondering if it'll ever come, and you're like wondering if things are ever going to work out, and you guys might be feeling like you don't want to change anything in your life, or maybe you're feeling like you're used to this feeling of like having to fight. You're used to this feeling of like having to fight for what you want, or like struggle to get where you want. It might not be like a physical fight against like some force that everyone has their own, man versus animal, man versus nature, that kind of thing. But you might have felt like you've had to struggle a lot, or maybe like you wish things were easier. But when you see this number sequence that you're seeing, this is telling you that you are being seen for what you do. No feat that you have done has gone unseen. Nothing that you've accomplished has gone unseen. No thought that you've had has gone unseen. No worry, no fear. And so this is actually asking you, whenever you see this, this is actually asking you a question. Will you pass it on to me now? You're being asked to pass on your fears and your doubts and any type of feeling of like insecurity, or like, is this going to happen, over to whatever it is that you feel is taking care of you. There's a protective force here when you see this. This could be your angels, your spirit guides, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, your higher self perhaps. You're being asked to free yourself of the burden of this 9 of Wands. Like, you don't have to struggle anymore. This is what this is saying. You don't have to struggle to pass this barrier. There might have been a lot of barriers or like perceived barriers in the past, but not for this one. This is clear that you can walk right through this one, but only if you just allow yourself to, really. This is like about allowing someone else to take care of you. Like another energy, whether it's your spiritual team or maybe the people around you. But this is saying like you can accept help in the form of just releasing things and letting them go and just relaxing, okay? The Six of Swords reverse is really telling me like maybe you guys are resistant to doing that. Maybe you guys don't want to do that. Maybe you guys are afraid, really. Maybe you're afraid that if you relax and breathe for just a second, you've already been like fighting, like I almost see you like fighting like other ninjas, like you're a ninja and like you're surrounded by ninjas and like one by one you've managed to knock them down and you're tired now. You're the best of the best. Like I'm seeing you guys as the best of the best. And you guys have survived being the best of the best. You've knocked down every ninja that's come your way, whether you were tired, whether you were hurt or not, you managed to do it. You were that accomplished. You were that strong. And I get the sense here with the Nine of Wands reverse, or Nine of Wands here, that you're being told like it's okay to like free yourself of this burden. Just because you've been doing this in the past doesn't mean you have to do this for the rest of your life. And you might be afraid to do that. You might be afraid to actually like take the plunge and just trust the universe is taking care of you. But the universe is abundant and it is absolutely taking care of you. That is the reminder here with this number sequence you're seeing. Okay. So let me grab your, okay. We have Sword. I freaking love this because with the Six of Wands here, I was saying like you were resistant to unhanding that staff and passing it on to someone else, resistant to changing. And here we have Sword, make the change. And we have like, it turns from a 6 into a 7. I love that. So there is something that you might need to feel like you've been doing for a really long time that you might need to let go. Whether it was that what I described there, or there's something else that you feel like, okay, is it okay for me to just be a new person? Is it okay for me to move to a new town, start a new idea, start a new business? Is it okay for me to, leave school or start school or do whatever it is that you're doing? And this is a direct message from the universe when you see these numbers. Make the change, okay? So this is saying like, again, you are going to be caught when you fall. If you feel like you're going to fall, like there's nothing to be afraid of. There is something that here that is asking for your permission for you to allow it to take care of you. That's the sense I get strongly. We have the Sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. Yeah, why do I get the sense that you guys have been in such a dark place? And we have 11 here. You guys might be seeing 11, 11, 7, 7, 7. Why do I get the sense that you guys have been feeling like you're in a dark place where I've had to fight my whole life? I don't know where that comes from. Where did I get that from? Like where you had to fight your entire life or something? And I get the sense that you guys feel like you've had to struggle your entire life or something like that, or not struggle your entire life, but maybe struggle in like this period that you're in, but like a sense of struggle and then prevailing. Like you guys rose to the top because you guys are freaking strong. Like I see a strong ass person here, but it's like, it's time that you know that your efforts have not gone unheard. Your prayers have not gone unheard. Your efforts have not gone unseen. You are being seen, okay? Paint the sun back into your sky. Yeah, it's time for you to enjoy your life. So maybe you want to go to art school, or maybe you want to become an artist, or maybe you want to do something else with your life, whatever that may be. You're being drawn to doing this thing, and that's because it's time for you to live for you now. I'm actually seeing someone who lives for other people. Maybe you're a people pleaser, or maybe you had to take care of like your siblings, or maybe you had to take care of like some person in your life, like a lover or a romantic partner or your parents or something. Maybe you had to take care of a lot, take on a lot of burden early on in your life. Like maybe you had to, or maybe right now you just feel like you have to take on a lot of burden. But I'm seeing someone who is usually taking on other people's burdens, and you might just be used to it now. And so like, no matter what comes your way, you're just always helping. Or maybe you just feel like you're just someone who's, people might just think of you as like this really kind person, and you are a really kind person, but you're neglecting yourself, and you've managed to keep strong because you have like this uncrushable will about you that is inspiring. And now this is saying, okay, when you see this number, both of these cards are saying, live for you now. We will take care of it. You've been seen. This Judgment card is like, you've been seen, like you need to take care of you and your dreams, your goals, whatever that may be, okay? It's time for you to paint your sun back into your sky. So we have the void. Oh, okay. Yeah. The dark moon. Okay. Yeah. And we have one here. One can represent like God or like the universe. But again, that force that wants to take care of you. And I feel like you guys have been feeling depleted. Like, again, like that ninja who's just like been so tired, but manages to win all the battles. Boundaries. Oh my God. The message could not be any clearer. Holy cow. Boundaries. Okay. Because you're about to break here with like this little, now you're at a point where like this little flower is about to break your little bubble. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you might be a people pleaser. You might be like, if someone has a demand from you, they expect you to say yes at this point. They're like, okay, like I know she'll take care of it. I know he'll take care of it. Like, and they might not even realize that they're doing that. They might not be like malicious or anything like that, but like, or maybe you take on the burdens yourself because you're in a habit now, like where sometimes when you're around those same people, like you just fall into like a habit of who you are, and because they expect you to be a certain thing. I've even heard people just moving like different towns, different cities to change who they are because people around them just expect them to be a certain way. Like, let's say like in your entire life, everyone knew you as like this really like nice, like generous, loving, meek, kind of like, I don't know, I'm just describing a characteristic. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but let's say like that's how you were, that's how people perceived you. And you want to, but your dream is to be like a badass, or vice versa. Maybe you want to just be like a badass who's like, yeah, like you want your personality to change. You want to be like more feisty, more, I don't know. You might want to have like something completely opposite, but people don't expect that from you. I've even seen like that whole thing where, let's say like there are two people, right, in a group. There's two people. One of them is usually like very like nice and just like, calm demeanor. And then there's like another person who's just generally abrasive and kind of rude. And that's how they are from the get-go. So if the rude person were to be nice, like, and it's like just barely nice, like not even that nice, they're just like, yeah, like you can have some of my chips. Suddenly, like they're viewed as like being so nice, like, oh my God, look how nice they were. But because the other nice person does that as a baseline, like people don't think, oh, it's extraordinarily nice. But like if they get angry, if that nice person were to get like really, like that calm, nice person were to get really angry or like just blow up one day, like be like, yeah, like you guys don't respect me or something. Not that happens to all nice people, just this is an example. Suddenly everyone's like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with that person? Like, what's wrong with them? Like, they're just crazy. Like, did you see how they blew up? But if like the other person did that, it would be like a normal Tuesday. And so sometimes we don't like being constricted by like these ways that people view us, like around us. And this is saying like, stop giving a fuck about that and just do it. Just do it. Okay, I'm going to read this postcard from Spirit. Celebrate life, okay? Dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and supported. I rest my case. Okay? I love that. I'm going to start ending like readings like that. I rest my case. Okay. Do I need to even explain that? Should I even explain that? I feel like that says everything I just said. It's like, here's a summary. Yeah. It's okay that things seem uncertain. This is like making a change into something new. You can be afraid of it. You can be afraid of it because you're like, okay, I'm not familiar with this. It's the law of rhythm in the universe, the law of rhythm. More like when you're in a certain rhythm, it's hard to break out of it because the laws of the universe, like rhythm or something like that. That's the whole gist. But it's not actually hard. It's just that you're in the rhythm. So if you make it like a change in habit, like for example, there was something about whenever I go to the gym. So like yesterday I went to the gym and I normally will run a mile or like at least walk a mile, but like I'll run a mile before I do anything else. It's just like a warm up for me. And I was so sleepy before I went to the gym, but I was just there. So I had to go in because I'd driven like a little while to get there. And I was like, I have to go in, but I'm so sleepy. Like I wanted to take a nap, you know? And I probably should, I didn't need to take a nap because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule again. But anyway, I went and I was like so sleepy and I was just like walking on this treadmill and I was so sleepy and I'm like, I don't want to be running today, but I need to. And I felt like there was nothing I could do at that point because I had to run a mile because I always run a mile. I wasn't gonna, it would have irked me the entire time if I had run 0.5 miles or, even more, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is I felt compelled at that point to just do a mile because I'd already done it. Not even that many times, but I'd just done it consistently. And every time I went to the gym, I associated that rhythm. So it's the same thing. And so it wasn't actually hard for me it would have been way easier actually for me to change that and just do 0.5 miles instead of a whole mile, right? It wouldn't have been hard. It's just I was in my own rhythm. But if I had wanted to change and I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to do it, I could have done it. It would have felt weird though. So you might be experiencing that where you're like, I want to change. I don't want to be someone who doesn't have these strong boundaries anymore. I'm tired. I've fought so much in my life. I feel so depleted right now. And I'm just not, I'm serving other people's needs, but I'm not even serving my own needs. And it's time for me to do what I want to do. And so when you're seeing this number, it's saying okay, it said it here, have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. No one else is going to believe in you except for you. I mean, I believe in you. Okay, so that's not exactly true. So that's just a phrase I hear all the time. So no one's going to believe in you like you do. Okay? Okay, and like I do. Okay, so you have to believe in yourself though. And people might feel, like I said in that example, you might be afraid of the change because in that example earlier, I was talking about the nice person having a breakdown, and then the mean person just being kind of nice, and then being super appreciated, oh my God, you're so nice. But if you're in that situation, maybe you're not I see you as a really strong person. I don't really see a meek person here, but there are so many different people that are coming to see this video. And what I'm trying to say here is you might be afraid of that change because you're afraid that if you decide okay, you know what, Mom, I'm not going to go to school, I'm going to start my own business, or you're afraid that if you break out of this that people are going to react strongly. And I'm just here to tell you, they may react strongly, right? But it's none of their business. And you know what? you were brave enough to fight all these other ninjas. You're brave enough to do this. And it's not their life. People have kind of like, maybe you were trained this way when you were a kid. People have maybe like co-opted your life or like taken your life, and they've kind of just like made it feel like, trained you to think that your life is really not your own. You're here to serve your siblings, or you're here to serve your romantic partner or your parents or whatever. But you're being told, whenever you see this number, just remember, you're being told, I'm here to serve my purpose. I'm here to serve my needs. I deserve to be happy for myself. I deserve to do things for myself. And I'm being reminded by the universe that I'm being taken care of by a higher power, or whatever you want to call it. Okay? Just remember that. And if you need a reminder, watch this video every day until it really sinks in, because honestly, you guys need to know that. You guys are taken care of. And if anything, the obstacles you've been facing your entire life, or like the people that have been distracting you with their own problems or whatever, those people have been there because you have such a great purpose. And sometimes when you have a really great purpose, you have to overcome a lot. I don't know why. It might be some kind of challenge that was posed in this incarnation or whatever it is, but I can tell you that's like most people. They have to overcome, a lot of great people have had to overcome so much and so much adversity. And maybe you've overcome a lot of adversity from other things, but you're afraid of facing the adversity of like your current environment and the people that are currently in your environment. And this is saying, make the change, do it. Okay? You're not going to die. Your life is only going to get better from here. Trust me, I've seen people go through some really tough stuff breaking out of these kinds of cycles, and ultimately they're way better from it because they're not being drained anymore. I wouldn't even be surprised if someone I knew were to watch this video and then click on this, because this is so that energy. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope that this was a helpful reading for you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, be sure to like it on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I will see you. Bye. Hi, pile 5. Let's begin your reading. So you guys chose this pile with this beautiful stone here. Let's begin. So we have the Knight of Swords. I'm feeling drawn to pulling this one next. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have Strength. Okay. Oh my God, I love this color scheme. Actually, I do want to put this back in the middle. I just like the way it looks. But guys, these are non-consecutive cards, I would say. These are energy cards. And the main pinnacle of energy here that's being drawn, like, where is your eye naturally being drawn? It's being drawn over here, right? This orange energy, this bright, like, solar plexus, sacral chakra energy. And there's this really strong energy that you possess to be ferocious, to be strong, and to be celebrated. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have like some incredibly amazing soul mission for you on this planet, and that is bringing harmony to this earthly plane. The Pentacles deals with earth and the material world, and 6 has to do with harmony. So I see you guys bringing in harmony, and this is all due to your inner strength. Okay, so you guys are really strong, and you guys are being reminded that whenever you see these number sequences, you guys are being reminded of your inner strength and your ability and your soul purpose, which is bringing harmony to this earth with your gifts, your natural gifts. So the Knight of Swords is showing me that these are your talents that you naturally have. When you're seeing this, you're being told, do what you were put here to do. If you're like a talented painter, this is a reminder. Hey, have you painted today? Like, it's time for you to paint. Use your ideas to your own benefit. Your ideas are going to take over one day pretty quickly. This is also kind of reminding you with the swords here. This is a pretty quick thing. So if you guys are like working on a project and trying to make something happen, the Knight of Swords is actually a pretty quick moving traveler. So he he's not going to take that much time to get there. So this is also telling you, like, continue doing what you're doing. You're going to be experiencing some success soon. And in the long run, with the Six of Pentacles, you're going to be experiencing that worldwide effect. You're going to be like a world-class person that's going to be affecting the world. So this is really reminding you, like, hey, you've got it. Everything's working out for you. I'm also seeing like some of you guys might be travelers too. You guys might be worldwide travelers. I get the sense that you guys are very transformational people. So when you encounter people, you might really transform the way that they see the world. Maybe you can see this change happening, or like you might find out about someone like 5 years later and they've like implemented the changes. Maybe you guys had like a fight with somebody, or maybe ended a friendship with somebody, and then like years later they're like, yeah, you meet them and they're like a different person. They're like, yeah, you know, what you said really affected me for so long, and then I realized you were right. The Strength card is showing me like how much you overcome, and you've really learned this lesson in strength, internal grit, and you understand that sometimes strength is restraint as well. And you've really grasped this. Maybe this is something you learned from those arguments too, where you also learned from that person. Maybe it wasn't even an argument. Maybe it was just regular chatter. But I'm seeing that you guys have infinite potential and so many ideas that will change the world. So you're kind of being reminded of the transformation that occurs within you and you create in the world. This is a very transformative number for you. So this is talking mainly about transformation and almost like transmuting your ideas into worldly wealth. So this is trying to tell you like, hey, we have this oracle card. How's that for happily ever after? Phoenix. So rising from the ashes, a transformation. And this also represents the strength, you know, like it doesn't matter how much someone burns you down, you are resilient, you are tenacious, you are persistent. I love that. That's amazing. I feel like that's a really like holistic energy. Maybe you guys are seeing the number 9 a lot as well. But yeah, I get the sense that when you're seeing this number, it's telling you like, remember to keep going, keep level-headed. You guys might be very fiery people. And you might fire people up, you might fire yourself up. And so you're trying to embody like a more cooler energy where I see a very fiery person. You guys might be fire signs. I mean, she's literally in ashes, you know, standing there like Daenerys Stormborn, like perfectly fine. So you guys might be fire signs, you might not be. Could be an air sign. The phoenix is also a bird, and there's swords here. But I'm getting the sense here that it's like, remember to stay cool, right? Like fan the flame. It's like in Naruto, the Uchihas. I don't know if you guys have seen Naruto, but the Uchihas are like their symbol for their clan. There's the Uchiha clan, and they use fire element, and the symbol for their clan is like a fan. So when Sasuke Uchiha wears his shirt, you'll see that there's a fan on it, and that means to fan the flames, because you know you don't want to end up burning out, you know. So I guess fanning the flames is like technically what would make a fire like burn, but also like you can also blow out a flame with air as well. But it's symbolic of like, you know, keeping cool essentially, which, you know, actually the Uchihas never did. They never actually kept cool. They kind of very emotional. And then we have throne. Your potential is endless. Yes. Okay. I feel like that's just like the major reminder here. Like you have this, you might be a very polarizing person. You might not be, but you might have a very strong effect on people as a ruler would. Oh, and do you see what she's harboring? The girl in the center? She has flames in her hands. Yeah. So I would not be surprised if you guys were fire signs or had fire in your chart somewhere, like a lot of those placements, or just feel like a fiery person. You know, no, we're not always limited to, you know, our signs and stuff. your potential is endless. So this is like reminding you, like your energy is very strong, you know, use it wisely. And I'm seeing that with the strength card, like you already know how, and this is just like saying like, yeah, like you're doing good. Everything's on track. Everything is on track for your goal, your destiny, that kind of thing. And you literally can do anything that you want. And we have another 9 here. So you guys might be seeing 999, or maybe we'll start seeing it at some point. But then we have focus. Yeah, this is like about keeping cool, you know, keeping cool and like pacing yourself, because the Knight of Swords, he's moving really quickly. I think he's moving I think he's even quicker than the Knight of Wands, right? So he's like moving really quickly. He's air fast. And this is like about pacing yourself. And if you're still going to go fast, remember to focus on the goal and not get sidetracked like the hare. This is about like maintaining your pace and your balance, which I'm seeing that is happening with the strength card. This is about you maintaining your strength and balance. So this is like a sign that you guys need to not burn out too quickly. Just remember to pace yourself. You're on the right track. This is a confirmation you're on the right track. And also that you like don't need to overwork or overstress or cause yourself any harm along the way. Blossoming. You guys could be painters or something, or violinists or painters or musicians. You guys might be musicians. You guys might be artists of some kind. But you guys can also, there might be something that you're working on. And we have 33 here. That's like a master number. So that might be something you're seeing. You might be seeing 3 sequences. Yeah. With the blossoming card, I'm seeing that something is taking shape in your world. So it's taking shape rather quickly. So this is just saying like, stay cool, stay focused on the plan, and remember that like, you're going to get your happily ever after. Okay, you guys might have been knocked down. I'm seeing that your passion might have burned you out in the past, but this time, this is for real. Like, this is working out for you. Everything is working out for you in divine timing, okay? This is all like, it might be happening so quickly, so that's why you just have to maintain your speed, but also just like focus. It's like when you're playing Mario Kart and you really have to just like, you're going at this really high speed and you're trying to get all your coins. So like you have to be really measured, really precise in what you're doing as you're going along, but also just don't stress. It's about the balance here with the strength card. That's the major arcana here. And also the 6 of Pentacles deals with balance and harmony as well. So keeping balanced. So you guys might be moving really quickly, but in a day, let's say you have to work on your violin practice. Let's say you're practicing violin for 6 hours a day as a concert pianist, or did I say concert pianist for violinist? Sorry, as a concert violinist, you have to practice like 6 or 8 hours. I don't know how long it is. It's probably like 11 hours, honestly. You might have to practice like 11 hours a day. So make sure that you take breaks and you take like a walk, or you take a bath, or you're taking time to exercise, eat well, or eat regularly, you know, that kind of thing. Let's do this postcard from Spirit and get some more, like an overview. Hidden treasure. Okay, so this is hidden treasure. Okay, let me read it for you guys. Let me drink some water first, though. Sparkling water. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So, dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do general sight checks to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect, sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and intrigued by what you're building. Right. Okay, so I love this. It's saying like, okay, it's about creating like a solid foundation here. And I really get that with this focus here, because something is blossoming for you guys. Something is really taking shape in your world. And it's going to affect your world in a way that you might not even be expecting with the Six of Pentacles, because there's so much harmony with that energy. And so I feel like the strength paired with the Knight of Swords is telling me like there's a lot of like balance that is taking place here. This is moving really quickly, but we're making sure to let you know that you have to keep that balance and keep that focus so that you can have a solid foundation. Because if you're practicing violin for 11 hours in a day and you're not eating, by the time you get to that concert, you might like, who knows, you might even pass out on stage or something, or your arm might be too weak because you haven't been exercising. And I don't know, or maybe you won't have noticed that your strings are getting frayed, or your bow's getting frayed. You haven't resined it. Oh my God, I'm just remembering, like, I used to play violin when I was like 12 for like a few years. I just remembered, like, when all that terminology was coming up, I'm like, wait, why do I know this? I'm like, oh yeah, I used to play violin. Whoa, guys, I wish I could show you. There's a cloudy sky outside of my window, and from where I am, I can only see the sky, and I just see blue and white, and it's gorgeous. And I feel like I have to tell you guys, because like something that's blossoming here is so gorgeous for you. And I feel like, you know, is it called cloudmancy or something? Just reading the clouds, what's coming for you when you see these signs, it's reminding you that what's coming for you is beautiful, and it's happening quicker than you might think. And just to have faith in that, and just keep your focus, keep your steady focus. Don't give up too soon. Just keep going. Just keep making sure that you're putting your efforts in every time. And when you see that, just think of it as a reminder to either take a break or work on your passion if you haven't been working on it enough. Okay, this is just a reminder to stay on track, because what's going on for you is amazing. Your potential is endless. The potential you have to create harmony on this earth with your dream is amazing. It's beautiful. Just like these clouds, okay? It's a perfect day. And every day is like, when you're following your passion, every day feels fulfilling, okay? So that is what I have for you. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. And yeah, be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.